and welcome to Indiannica Quiz League, the IQL. This is India's first multi-format digital national school quiz, and it's been an amazing event so far. Over the last few months, thousands of children have participated from around the country, and we've gathered the top 48 in the contest to get them to a national semi-final and then a national final. This is an East Zone national finals, and from the 6 teams out here, 3 of them are going to make it to the East Zone finals. Let's quickly go and meet our 6 teams for the day. First up, we have all the way from Bandel, Don Bosco Bandel, represented by Devapom Sarkar and Prithvi Panda. Devapom, what have you been doing in this pandemic? Is there any new hobby you've picked up in this pandemic?
Sir, actually, in my free time, I just read books, and that's how I've been gathering knowledge during this pandemic.
Any favorite book that you've read in this period?
Sir, actually, I read different encyclopedias and quiz books, so there is no such specific book.
No specific book. He, like most quizzers, is a generalist. Devapom. All the best. Prithvi, what about you? Is there any books that you've really enjoyed reading? Fiction, non-fiction, anything?
Sir, I usually like to read fictional stories, which is like mostly mythologic or something like not a very classic books or classic studies.
We need to be short and interesting to catch your attention today. All the very best, Don Bosco Bandel. And our second school today is Bongaigao High Secondary School, represented by Roktut Paul and Obik. Roktut Paul, are you excited about this quiz?
IQL quiz is the first quiz in my life. I have joined in this quiz for first time and in life.
Very good. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself as well. What about you, Obik? Is this the first quiz you've participated in?
No, sir, it is my third quiz, but it is the best quiz that I have ever played.
Fabulous. It's wonderful to see that you've enjoyed yourself, and this is your third quiz, so you're a veteran compared to Dr. Paul. Wishing you both all the very best, and we move on to our third team, team number 3, and they are from Patna, Carmel High School, Patna, represented by Kriti and Kanyaka. Kriti, is there a favorite dish from Patna that you like eating? What is your favorite food?
First of all, hello, sir, from my side. And the favorite food which I like is litti and chokha from Patna.
I love it as well. Litti and chokha is very famous. It's one of Bihar's dishes. It's traveled all over the world. We have it in Delhi as well. Kanyaka, I'm going to ask you, is there a food that your dad or mother makes that you really enjoy? Your favorite food?
Yes, first of all, hello. And the food that my parents make that is very nice, it is pav bhaji. And sometimes chicken also. That is my favorite.
Wow, pav bhaji, chicken, and litti chokha. We're getting some really, really tasty food out here. All the very best, Carmel High School. Looking forward to your answers when we move to team number 4. And that's Valley View School from Lakhimpur in Assam. And they're represented by Udipto and Diptanil. Udipto, have you been reading any interesting websites recently? Any websites that you enjoy going to?
Sir, not really website, but I have been reading books.
Any book that comes to mind?
One of them would be about black holes from Stephen Hawking.
You've been reading A Brief History of Science by Stephen Hawking. It's a wonderful book. I hope you really enjoy it, and I hope your answers are easier than Stephen Hawking's writings, because they're much more difficult to understand. Diptanil, what about you? Are you on social media? And do you like if you are on social media, what do you like? Do you like Facebook? Do you like Instagram? What do you like?
Sir, I don't use social media so much, but yes, I sometimes click on websites which is knowledge. You can get knowledge.
Knowledgeable websites, that's good enough for me. I'm so happy that both of you are really focused about reading about interesting things. Lakhimpur there. Both boys from Lakhimpur in the Valley View School, really interested in science and interesting things. Let's hope they have a great quiz out here today. We move on to our next team, and that's Notre Academy, also from Patna, and they are represented by Khushi and Anushri. Khushi,
Hi, sir.
What's your favorite hobby? Do you have a favorite hobby, Khushi?
Yeah, sir. Sir, I love singing, and I also reading books, and I also love reading books. I'm also learning classical music. So these both are my top favorite hobbies. Other than that, I also have many hobbies, but these 2 are the hobbies I love the most.
Wow, that's a lovely, lovely combination. What about you, Anushri? What have you enjoyed?
I love listening to music, and I also like reading books.
Do you have a favorite musician at the moment? Any favorite singer or song that you really
My
enjoy?
favorite singer currently is Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Wow, Ed Sheeran has been going for a long time. Well done. Notre Dame, I hope your answers are as smooth as Ed Sheeran's music. All the very best. And we move on to the last team in this round. And that's Bakshi Jagatbandhu English Medium School from Bhubaneshwar. And they're represented by Samiksha and Priyansh. Samiksha, do you have a favorite subject? What's your favorite subject?
Sir, GK.
General knowledge is your favorite subject. Wonderful. So you do very well in GK in school?
Yes, sir.
That really helps you because, as you know, quizzing is all about general knowledge. All the very best. Priyansh, what about you? Do you have a favorite subject?
Yes, sir. I love doing maths. This is my favorite.
Any particular part of maths that you like?
Sir, I like doing simple equations.
Simple equation, complex equation, Bakshi Jagatbandhu Public School. Samiksha and Priyansh, all the very best. All the teams are set up out here. It's time for us to go into our very first round of quizzing. And we're going to find out what it's all about. Round number 1 of the Indiannica IQL. Each team gets a thematic grid of letters. Teams get 45 seconds to pick 5 correct words. They can be horizontal, they can be vertical, they can be diagonal, and sometimes the letters can even overlap. 5 points for every correct answer. There's no negative marking. And if you get all 5, you get 10 bonus points. So there's lots of points for you to pick up and stake out here. Let's go straight to team number 1. Team number 1 coming up now. Don Bosco School Bandel, your subject is Indian rivers. 5 Indian rivers are hidden in this grid. Let's populate the grid. Let's put in the letters. Don Bosco, your time starts now.
Tapi,
Sir, Tapi.
Tapi, okay. You're sorry?
Sun.
Ravi,
Sun.
Luni,
Loni,
Sun.
Sun,
Son, okay. Just one left. I heard Tapi, Ravi, Loni, Son, one left.
Sarkozy, Sarkozy.
Kosi is correct. Wonderful. You've got all 5 right with 20 seconds to spare, Don Bosco. 35 points for you. Tapti, Loni, Kosi, Luni, and Ravi. Well done there, Don Bosco Bandel. Great scoring out there. 35 points to you. Let's go straight to team number 2. Team number 2 is Bongai Gao. Roktutpal, you need to be very loud in this round. I need to hear you clearly. And Ovik, your subject is
Okay, sir.
birds. 5 birds are hidden in the grid. Could we populate the grid, please? Time starts now.
Sir, owl,
Owl, owl, lark,
crow,
crow,
duck,
owl, lark, crow. Yes.
duck,
Keep saying. Duck.
Duck.
Okay.
kiwi,
Yes. One left. Kiwi. Kiwi. Perfect. All 5 correct again with 19 seconds to spare. Well done, Bongai Gao. You get yourself 35 points as well. Both teams doing really well in the scoring. Fantastic performance from both these teams out here. Fabulous. Let's move to team number 3. Team number 3, Carmel High School, Patna. Your subject grid is all about, your Wordsworth is all about food items. What a coincidence. What amazing coincidence. Could we populate the grid, please? And your time starts now.
Idli,
Idli,
sushi,
pasta,
Momo,
sushi,
Momo. sushi,
Yes, got those. One left.
momo,
Yeah. One left. Lots of time. Don't worry. Take your time.
taco,
Fabulous. You've got it with 15 seconds to spare. It is a taco. It was a diagonal. Well done, Carmel High School. That was some great spotting out here. Teams are setting a terrific pace in this first Wordsworth round. Let's see what's the subject for our 4th team coming up now. Our 4th team is all the way from Lakhimpur Valley View School. Udipta and Diptanil, your subject is Chess terms. 5 chess terms hidden in the grid. Populate the grid, please. Value view, your time starts now.
Check.
Check.
Rook.
Rook. Very good.
Pawn.
Pawn.
King.
King. And just one left. Lots of time. Keep going. Bad luck value view. You said rook, check, pawn. You got those right. You got king right. The one that you missed was pin, P-I-N. And value view, you got yourself 4 terrific answers for 20 points. The only one you missed was PIN, pin, which is a term in chess which is very often used. Bad luck there, but 20 points is an excellent performance. You'll get many more points in the future. Let's go straight to team number 5. And team number 5 is again from Patna, Notre Academy, and your subject is car brands. 5 car brands are hidden in this grid. Could we populate the grid, please? Your time starts now.
Fiat, Jeep,
Fiat, Jeep. Could
Ford.
be straight, diagonal, bottom, yeah.
Ford.
Ford. Lots of time.
Audi,
Audi, just one to go.
BMW.
BMW, with 20 seconds to spare, you get them all for 35 points. Well done, Notre Dame Academy. 5 car brands there. You've got them all 5. Well done. And let's see what our team number 6 does with their grid. Okshi Jagabandhu English Medium School, Bhubaneshwar. And here's their grid. Their subject is Indian languages. 5 Indian languages hidden within this grid. Populate the grid, please. Your time starts now.
Tamil,
Tamil, yes.
Odia,
Odia, of course.
Urdu,
Urdu. Lots of time, don't worry, keep going.
Dogri,
Dogri, very good. Letters can overlap, remember. Akshi Jagabandhu, you did very well to get yourself 20 points. The only one you missed was in the first row. It's Boro, which is a language spoken in Assam. But 20 points is a really creditable performance. At the end of the first round, Wordsworth, let's see where the school stands. Pakshi Jagabandhu School from Bhubaneshwar is on 20. Valley View Lakhimpur also on 20. But on 35, there are 4 teams. Notre Dame Patna, Carmel High School Patna, Bongaigaon High Secondary School Bongaigaon, and Don Bosco School Bandel, all on 35. 4 teams at 35 means there's lots to play for going into our next round, which is called Direct Fire, a round with direct questions. Over to round number 2. And here are the rules of Direct Fire. We have 2 cycles of play. Each team gets a total of 2 assigned questions. Other teams can buzz at any point if they know the answer, but it will go to them only if the team it's assigned to misses. If you answer your direct, you get 10 points and there are no negative points. On the other hand, if you press the buzzer and try and answer, you get a +5 for the correct answer, but a -5 for an answer that's wrong. Those are the rules. Let's go straight into Direct Fire with team number 1. Team number 1, Don Bosco Bandel, here's your question. Listen carefully. Which British naturalist known for his voyage on HMS Beagle wrote the book on the origin of species?
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin is absolutely correct. Terrific answer there. It is Charles Darwin, and that gets yourself 10 points. Charles Darwin, of course, famous for his entire theory, because his theory is the basis of which evolution is totally based. Darwin is one of the greatest scientists of our time. Terrific answer. Time to go to question number 2. Bongaigaon High School, Bongaigaon. Here's your question. Which series of fast passenger trains was introduced in 1988 to commemorate Jawaharlal Nehru's birth anniversary? So lots of things there. Just name the series of trains. What were they called?
Rajdhani.
Not Rajdhani. It opens with the buzzer, and the first team on the buzzer is Don Bosco Bandel, Prithvi Panda. Come on.
Sir, Shatabdi Express.
Absolutely, it is the Shatabdi because it's the century. It was the 100th birth anniversary of Jawaharlal Nehru. +5 to you. Great answer there, Don Bosco Bandel. We go straight to Carmel High School for their direct. This is question 3 of the round. Which mosquito-borne disease literally gets its name for the Italian for bad air?
Malaria.
On the nick of time, you have a habit of doing that, Kamal. Yes, malaria it is. Mal air, literally bad air means mal air, malaria. 10 points to you. I know that Don Bosco was waiting for the bonus, but you got it right in time. Well done, Kamal. We go on to our next school. Our 4th question of this round. It's Valley View School from Lakhimpur. Here's your question. After which Marathi filmmaker is India's highest award in cinema named? Marathi filmmaker highest award in cinema?
Dada Saheb Phalke Award.
Absolutely, it is Dada Saheb Phalke. That's a really, really good answer there. Dada Saheb Phalke, remembered for films like Raja Harishchandra, one of India's pioneer film people. Great answering happening so far. Let's go straight to team number 5 and what question they have for them. The Indian national calendar is based on which era?
Vikram Sambat.
Sorry, I didn't get the answer. That's not correct. And it's open on the buzzer. The first to hit the buzzer was Don Bosco Bandel. Prithvi Panda, you have an answer for me.
Sir, Saka era.
Terrific answer there, Don Bosco Bandel. It was the Saka era, which is 78 AD of the other calendar, that the Julian calendar that's used. Let's go straight to team number 6 and let's see what their direction is about. Team number 6 is Bakshi Jagabandhu English Medium School, Bhubaneshwar. Here's your question. What kind of puzzle did an English map maker named John Spilsbury invent to help him teach geography?
Crossword.
Something that you play. Not crossword. Not crossword. It opens on the buzzer. Anyone on the buzzer? Team on the buzzer? Nobody is so far on the buzzer. I'll wait another second. Nobody on the buzzer. I'm going to give the 4 options. All teams can try again. The options are as follows. Sudoku, Rubik's Cube, and somebody's buzzed in first. It's Bakshi Jagabandhu. It was your question as well. Yeah, you have an answer.
Sir, just jigsaw puzzle.
Well done. You didn't get it the first time around, but you did the second. +5 to you. It is the jigsaw puzzle. They used to be called desiccated maps because they were broken up and they used to be used to teach geography. Good answer there, Jagabandhu. And you're going to get another question immediately because this is the point at which we reverse direction. And it's a visual question. Here's the question. Identify these brothers, the first to design and fly a controlled flying machine in 1903. Just name the brothers. What is the name of these brothers?
Wright brothers.
Yes, it is the Wright brothers. That's Orville and Wilbur Wright. Good answer there. It is Orville and Wilbur Wright. In a place called Kitty Hawk, they flew the first plane. They are immortalized. They changed, really. They started the world of flying. Absolute terrific answer out there. Let's move on to team number 5 and what their direct questions like. Notre Dame, here's your question coming up now. Identify this mythological creature with a lion's body and a human's head. Take a look. Yes, Notre Dame. What's it called?
Sphinx.
Sphinx is absolutely correct. It is the Sphinx, and in mythology, the Sphinx is actually much tougher than all your teachers, because the Sphinx asks you a question. If you answer incorrectly, you get eaten by the Sphinx. Aren't you happy that your teachers don't eat you up if you give a wrong answer? Well done there, but you're giving all the right answers. It is the Sphinx. Well done. Let's move on to our next team and their visual question coming up now. Valley View School, Lakhimpur, here's your visual question now. Identify this particular species that is the world's deepest diving bird. So I want a specific answer. It's a two-word answer I'm looking for.
Penguin.
I need a more specific answer. I said I'm looking for a two-word answer out here. It's a more specific breed. No, I'm sorry. Penguin is not enough. It's open in the buzzer, and Devapam has hit the buzzer. Devapam.
Adelaide penguins.
It's not the Adelaide penguin. -5 for you. Any other teams hit the buzzer? Kriti has hit the buzzer as well.
Guillemot.
Sorry? No,
Guillemot.
It's not the Guillemot penguin. That's not correct as well. -5 to you as well. Nobody else buzzing, so I'm going to go and show you the alternatives. All the teams can buzz again now. Here are your options. African, Emperor, Gentoo. And Prithvi has buzzed again. Prithvi, you have an answer for me.
The emperor penguin.
Emperor penguin is the correct answer, and that gets you +5 points. Well done there. Let's move on to our next school. Carmel High, and here is your question. Which northeastern state capital gets its name from this historical brick fort? Remember, brick fort is the important words out here. Which northeastern state of India's capital is named after this brick fort? Sorry?
Agra Fort.
Not Agra Fort. Don Bosco has buzzed in again. Devapam, do you have an answer for me?
Sir, Itanagar.
Itanagar is correct. It's +5 for you, Don Bosco Bondal. It is Itanagar. Eat and Nagar. Itanagar is basically brick fort. Great answer there. We move on to our next team's visual question. Bongaigaon School, here's your visual. This is a great Kremlin palace. In which city is it located? Take a look. It's a distinctive structure. Take a look. Kremlin palace is in which city? Football Ovik. No, I haven't got an answer. Prithvi Panda from Don Bosco Bandel has buzzed in first. Prithvi.
Sir, it's Moscow.
Yes, it is Moscow. It's the Kremlin Palaces in Moscow. It's a very, very famous monument. Palaces have been built. It was a place that was there in Moscow, was there from the 2nd century AD. But these palaces are more recent. These are 18th century palaces. Great answer there from Don Bosco Bandel. And our next question, this is the direct coming up. Who's on next? It is Don Bosco Bandel himself. And here's your question. Practice in the Mithila region. What is this style of painting called? Take a look at it.
Sir, Madhubani.
Lovely answer. You didn't need any time for it. It is Madhubani painting. It is distinctive, it's because there were forests with a lot of honey around it. That's where the tribal painting started. Madhubans, that's where Madhubani comes from. Some fantastic answering, and Don Bosco has done particularly well. How well have they done? Let's find out when we have a look at the scores. We have Valley View School on 30 points. On 35, we have Bakshi Jagabandhu School. On 35 points, Bongaigaon School is also on 35 points. Carmel is on 40. Notre Dame Academy is on 45. But right now, 30 points in the lead. Don Bosco Bandel is on 75. Some terrific answering here. Remember, the top 3 teams go through. That means that there's a lot to play for, and every team is still in contention. Our next round is a round full of points. We call this round Super Sixer because you can get a whole lot of points out here. Super Sixer, each team gets a thematic grid of 9 tiles. In 45 seconds, there are 6 correct answers and 3 wrong answers out there. You have to pick out your 6 correct answers. Remember, teams, you don't need to answer all. You can quit at any point. For every correct answer, you'll be given +5. If you get all 6 right, you'll get a bonus 10. But there's only one problem. If you get anything wrong, that takes your round score in this round to 0. The thing to remember out here is, at any point, if you say, I don't think that was right, you can go back, you can change, you can consult, you can do all that within your 45 seconds. Those are the rules. All the very best, teams. Bakshi Jogabandhu, here's what your subject is all about this time. Your subject is noble gases, okay? Which of these are noble gases? 6 of these are noble gases, 3 are not. Could we populate the grid, please? Your time starts now.
Argon,
Argon,
neon,
neon,
Helium.
helium. You can stop at any time, you can keep going, you can consult.
xenon,
Xenon, you can stop, you can keep going, up to you.
krypton,
Krypton,
No, sir.
I think we have frozen it at these 5. I'm going to accept these 5 from your answers. Let's have a look. Is argon correct? Correct, +5 to you. Is helium correct? 5 more. Xenon. Yes, that's right as well. Neon. And you had some doubts, Samiksha, about krypton. Remember, if this is wrong, you go to 0 in this round. If it's right, you'll go to 25. The last one that you took was krypton. And it is correct. 25 points to you. Krypton gets you 25 points. Yes, Samiksha, I know. You're very nervous out there, but the two of you have got together and done really well in this round. I love seeing those smiles out there. 25 brilliant, brilliant points for you. Let's go straight to the next thing. Notre Dame Academy, here's your subject. Let's take a look at what it is. Types of snakes. 6 of these are types of snakes. These features, I don't like them either, but I'm sure you know their names. 6 of these are snakes, 3 are not. Just pick out the 6 snakes. Here's your grid. Time starts now.
Burmese python,
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Burmese python, you said. Yes. First, keep going.
black mamba,
Black mamba. You can take as many as you want to.
Indian crate,
Indian crate. That was time. So let's have a look at the ones you answered. You answered black mamba, Burmese python, and Indian crate. All of these were correct. That gave you 15 points. The other correct answers out here were Russell's viper, Texas coral, and boa constrictor. Axolotl, of course, is a kind of salamander newt. Vicuna, of course, is a relative of the llama, and the slender loris is a primate. Well done there. You played it carefully, but 15 points was well done. You could have gone to 0. I think Notre Dame, you played it really well for a very icky subject. 15 points for you. Let's move on to our next team and our next subject. Valley View School, Lakhimpur, your subject is Asian capital cities. So these are the national capitals of Asian countries. And look at your grid very carefully. Your grid is coming up now. 45 seconds, your time starts now.
Sir, Dhaka,
Dhaka,
Seoul,
Seoul,
Shanghai, oh no sir, Thimphu,
Thimphu,
sir, Bangkok,
Bangkok,
sir, I think it's not Thimphu.
Are you decide between the two of you?
Sir, Jakarta,
Jakarta, are you choosing Thimphu or not? I need a choice. Yes, team. Keep going
Sir.
or stop.
Sir, Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang, you tried Pyeongchang? Okay, I've frozen that. Okay, these are 6 you've tried. Let's go one by one. You tried Seoul. Is Seoul correct? Well done. Seoul is correct. Dhaka is obviously correct. So Dhaka, let's put in Dhaka. Thimphu, you had doubts about. It's the capital of Bhutan. Bangkok is the capital of Thailand, of course. Jakarta is the capital of Indonesia. And your last choice was Pyeongchang. And let's reveal what that was. Bad luck. You were confusing it with Pyongyang, and a lot of people make that mistake. In fact, they now spell it with a capital C in Pyeongchang. Pyeongchang is a South Korean city where we have had Winter Olympics as well. Pyongyang is the capital of North Korea. This is a South Korean city. Bad luck, Valley View School. That cost you a lot. No points, I'm afraid. You got 5 right, but that 6th one tripped you up. Bad luck there, Valley View. Let's move on to our next team. And it's Carmel High School, Patna. Here's your subject. Play carefully. Your subject is monuments built by the British. Only British monuments. No other people building these monuments. Here's your grid.
India
Your time
Gate.
starts now.
India Gate.
India Gate, you said.
Victoria
India Gate.
Victoria Memorial.
Victoria Memorial.
Sansad Bhavan. Sansad
Sansad
Bhavan.
Bhavan.
Writers Building.
Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Writers
Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Building.
Rashtrapati
Writers Building,
Bhavan.
Rashtrapati Bhavan. And you can quit. and there's
Writers
one more.
Building.
Basilica of Bom Jesus. Basilica of Bom Jesus.
Basilica of Bom Jesus, that gives us 6. Are you sure of your choices? You have 12 seconds. You can change it if you want to. You want to lock it or you want to change anything?
Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Time's up. Let's look at how your choices have done. You tried. The ones that you got easily was India Gate, Victoria Memorial, and Rashtrapati Bhavan. You got off straight off. 1, 2, 3. 15 points so far. Sansad Bhavan, Parliament House, is also built by them. Number 4. Number 5 was Writers Building. Writers Building got you another 5 points. And that means that your last point, either it gets you to 40 points or you go straight back to 0. Basilica of Bom Jesus. Is it right or wrong? Bad luck. It was built by the Portuguese. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus was originally had a different name. It was called Victoria Terminus. It's the iconic railway station in Bombay. That was the correct answer. The wrong answers were Basilica of Bom Jesus, Jantar Mantar, and Red Fort. Bad luck there, Carmel. Just a little bit of overconfidence out there, but it happens in this quiz. All the very best for the next rounds. Let's go on to our next team. Bongaigaon High Secondary School. Here's your subject. Indian states that share an international border. That means it shares a border with a foreign country. The 9 states on your grid are coming up now. Bongaigaon, your time starts now.
Sir, Bihar.
Bihar. You
Gujarat.
said first off. Gujarat.
Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand.
Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh.
Himachal Pradesh.
Himachal Pradesh.
Assam.
Assam. Okay. You want to are you confident? You want to make any changes or should I lock it?
Yes, sir.
You're confident? You want to lock it or you want to make any changes? Okay, I'm locking it because I'm not hearing anything more from you. It's
Sir,
locked at 5.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
anything-
Continue. Sir, continue.
Okay, let's go. I think you had a change of mind out there, but you'd already locked it. But don't worry. Let's see if it works or not. Let's start off. You said Bihar. Bihar, is it correct or wrong? Correct. Assam, is it correct or wrong? Assam has a lot of borders. Uttar Pradesh. Yes. Gujarat. Long border with Pakistan. Himachal Pradesh. And it's Uttarakhand. You wanted to change this answer. If you had changed it, what would have happened? Let's find out. You didn't change it. 40 or 0, Uttarakhand is correct. You look really 40 points depending on that answer. Between 0 and 40, Uttarakhand is correct. You wanted to change it in the end, but it was right and it got you those 15 extra points. Well done, Bongai Gaud. You've had a really productive round. It will help you really in the final round. Let's go to our final team for this particular Super Sixer. And it's Don Bosco Bandel. Their subject is as follows. It's web browsers. 6 of these are web browsers, 3 are not. Don Bosco, let's have a look at your grid. Your time starts now.
Sir, Safari.
Safari.
Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer.
Firefox.
Firefox.
Sir, Chrome.
Chrome.
The Bing and Opera.
Sir, Opera.
Opera.
Sir, Yahoo.
Bing.
Sir, not Bing, sir,
You can
Yahoo.
choose to stop. You can choose to go on. What do you want to do?
Sir, Yahoo.
No,
Yahoo, you said?
No, sir, not Yahoo. Not Yahoo.
Okay, not okay. One, your teammate is saying not Yahoo.
No, sir.
Okay. I'm freezing it at these 5. The answers you gave were Chrome, Opera, Firefox, correct or not? Correct. Internet Explorer, correct or not? All of us know that's correct. Safari, 5 points get you 25. 5 correct answers get you 25. What would have happened had you answered Hawaii? Let's have a look at the remaining grade correct and mistaken answers. The last correct one was Brave. Yahoo, Bing, and Kindle were mistakes. Your teammate just saved you from destroying 25 points. So terrific performance there from Don Bosco Bandel right at the end. Great teamwork. And let's have a look at the scores. Valley View School, Lakhimpur is on 30. Carmel High School is on 40. Jagabandhu School is on 60. Notre Dame Academy, Patna is also on 60. On 75, we have Bongai School. And leading at this point with a top of score of 100 is Don Bosco Bandel. Three teams, remember, are going to go through here. So it's all going to depend on our last round, which is on the buzzer. 60 points at stake. So every team still has a chance of qualifying. This round is called the final countdown. And in the final countdown, these are the rules. 6 direct questions open to all on the buzzer. 10 points for a correct answer, -10 for an incorrect answer. That means you can get a swing of up to 60 points. Once assigned, teams must answer immediately. I will stop the moment I hear a buzzer. Okay? All the best teams. Let's go with question number 1 in our final round, the final countdown. Question number 1. Which tire manufacturer, the second largest in the country, is endorsed by Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara and runs a PACE Academy in Chennai? Tire manufacturer runs a PACE. And Anushri Raj from Notre Dame has buzzed in first. Anushri, you have an answer. MRF is correct. +10 to Notre Dame. +10 to Notre Dame. And they now go in very close to second place. They go on to 70 points. Great answer there. Next question coming up. Which fictional character has friends named Captain Haddock and Professor Calculus? And first up is Devapon from Don Bosco Bandel. Do you have an answer?
Tintin.
Tintin is correct. +10 to you. Tintin is correct. 2 more questions, both answered immediately, and Don Bosco has just stretched their lead a little bit more. Third question. Which canal in Egypt connects the Mediterranean to the Red Sea? Which canal in Egypt connects the Mediterranean to the Red Sea? Nobody has buzzed. Yes, we have. Prithvi from Don Bosco Bandel has buzzed. Yes.
The Suez Canal.
It is the Suez Canal, and Don Bosco extend their lead even further, but there's still a lot of competition there for places 2, 3, second and third place. Let's see what happens in the next question. Which 2020 film shot in London and Udaipur was Irfan Khan's last released film? And it's Kanyaka from Carmel.
Angrezi medium.
Good answer, Kanyaka. It is indeed Angrezi medium. You know your films. Very, very good answer. There's just 2 questions to go. What can happen out here? Bakshi Jagabandhu, if you answer, you can tie it for third place. On the other hand, if you miss the next 2 questions, Notre Dame will go through as well. Here's the next question. Point guard, slam dunk, and dribble are all terms from which sport? Point guard, slam dunk, and Devapom from Don Bosco is on first in the buzzer. Devapom.
Basketball.
Basketball is correct. Plus 10 to you, and your lead goes even further. This is the last question of East Zone 2, the East Zone Semi-Final 2. Remember, 3 teams are going to go through, and here is the question. Which Hindu god, according to mythology, is the father of Karna? And it's Samiksha from Bakshi Jagabandhu who hits the buzzer.
Surya.
They said Surya, and that's an amazing answer because that means we are all tied up. So Don Bosco has qualified, Bondegao has qualified, but Notre Dame, Patna, and Bakshi Jagabandhu have tied for third place, and we need to have a tiebreaker. This question, the only 2 teams who should be closing or close to the tiebreaker, Bakshi Jagabandhu and Notre Dame Academy. This is the 2 of you playing out for the tiebreaker because only one of you is going to go through to the East Zone Finals. The team that answers, if they get it correct, they go through. If they miss it, the other team goes through. Here's your question. The word tsunami, meaning harbor wave, is derived from which Asian language? The word tsunami comes from which language? And one of the teams has hit. Who is it? It's Bakshi Jagabandhu who is hit. Do you have an answer for me?
Japan.
Japanese, absolutely correct. And that means you go through. Bakshi Jagabandhu just pips Notre Dame Academy and goes through to the East Zone Finals. Well done there, Bakshi Jagabandhu. You've just made your way there. So let's have one final look at the scorecard. Valley View School, Lakhimpur, I thought you gave some brilliant answers there. You ended up on 30, which is a creditable performance. Carmel High School, Patna, 50 points for you. Very well done. Notre Dame Academy, Patna, bad luck. You were so close. You were 1 question away from going through. But don't worry, for all these 3 teams, because you're all champions, you've come through from thousands of schools. So we have prizes for you. We'll be giving you an e-certificate, and we'll be giving a shield which you can use in your school. Your school will be displaying that shield very bravely. So prizes for everyone who comes to our IQL contest. And now let's move on to the top 3 teams. In third place, we have, coming through right at the end with some brilliant answering, Samiksha and Priyank from Bakshi Jagabandhu just squeezed their way to third place. Well done, folks. Really well done. In second place, we have Bongaigaon Higher Secondary School, Roktutpol and Obit. They did very well to hold their nerve and get there as well. They did brilliantly. But our champions today, and going straight through also to the East Zone Finals, the team that has really cracked their performance, the team that has topped today is our team all the way from Don Bosco. It's all the way from Bandel. It's Don Bosco Bandel, represented by Devapon Sarkar and Prithvi Panda. Those are the 3 teams who have qualified, which means we'll have an absolutely cracking East Zone Final. So that was another cracking day of quizzing from the East Zone. Some terrific answers out there, and Don Bosco Bandel just hit this quiz for a century. Next time, we'll be going down south and we'll be checking out the teams from there. Keep watching the Indiannica Quiz League. Till next time, goodbye.